We're doing the rear here. So we did the other side, so I'm cheating here. So we're gonna take bottom bolt out, sway bar end link off, detach brake line. So we need to take this 10mm off, take these 18s off, just get the sway bar end link out of the way. Then we need to drop, we're going to drop the subframe down, so we set the pull jack on this, on the camber area. Then we're going to pull the camber arm or tow arm off, the camber plates off, and then we pull whatever this, what's this thing called in the front here?
Vertical link. The
vertical link off as well. And then we'll drop the coilover out. We don't need to take the rotor off on this. And we'll start putting new parts on. Pretty simple. It took us a little longer on the other side because we didn't know what we were doing. So we're cheating on you here, and that we weren't feeling the camera this morning. So we figured we've done enough fumbling. So let's make it look like we're smart. I'm going to take this one out first, and then actually I'm going to do the sway bar end link first. Get that out of the way. So I think that was an 18. I'm telling you, this darn right angle is magical. So all that does is just kind of break it loose, and then we need a hex. Let's take this 10mm off first, because this bracket will get relocated, right?
Yeah.
Okay, what's that? And then this was a 6mm, I believe. 6 helps to do as a ratcheting wrench. So while I'm doing this, you want to yank the sway bar off?
Sure. You got to get these mounts here.
Yeah.
On either side.
Just mount on either side. The rear sway bars are pretty much any car I've ever done one on are way easier to do. I'm going to take out the bottom bolt. Use the big boy for this. So we need to take this out in order to get the spring out, which is not super easy. Okay, that's out. Let's take our tension arm off. Out. Let's take our camber arm off next. Go. Sway bars out. Next up, take the back side of this off. Don't step on my GT4 wing.
You got it.
Flirting with danger over here. So, got that.
Did we mark these? I guess it doesn't matter.
Camber arm out. Our tow arm. Okay, so now let's put this under the subframe. I'm gonna put it right where where that tow arm came out. It worked out pretty well. It was pretty balanced. So we're gonna drop the subframe down and put the new inserts and collars on here. I'm gonna drop this first. I'm gonna take this bracket off. So we need a 13 or 14. Okay. And we use the big boy with a 20-something. hang.
This
And
is
a
the
separate
front.
bolt. Uh-oh. Shoot. So we're gonna have to do this one by hand. Set this bolt there. Now we'll take our 15s off the bottom. Now we'll take our 18s off the top. Where has this tool been my whole life? This thing's amazing. I'm gonna buy like 3 of these things. And we gotta take the top off of that. But the hard part is getting this sucker out of here. I'm looking a little smarter this time. Make sure it doesn't slip off of there. Yeah, see, that's all we got. But you're right, we should have enough room.
Just kind of hang off of it and pull her out.
Crowbar it out. First you gotta get it off of the perch. Like so. Then you gotta get it up over the end link spot. There we go. Like that. Oh, that's my finger. So close. And put the crowbar down so I don't jack something up. There we go. That was easier than last time, you're right. So, spring out. We won't be putting that back in. All right, let's take our top hat off, which was a 15, right? We won't reuse that. We have a new bolt. We got this down. Probably gonna have to stand on this one. On, on.
Feels like it.
Yep, okay. Slide that sucker up in there. All right. Let's put some Loctite on our bolts. Okay, let's put next. Let's what do we do next?
Shock bolts from the bottom.
Did we do yeah. I think we put this bolt in first, right, to get this lined up, and then we put the shock bolts in. Or did we do the toe? Did we do the arm first?
The arm was one of the last things we did.
Yeah, you're right. Okay. All right. So let's get this bolt back in. So that's.
There it goes. Yep, you're good.
Okay, we'll do our 15s on the bottom. These ones are a little trickier to line up. All right, so
we either do the inserts next or the toe link. I think we should probably get the inserts over with.
yeah, let's do that. So you can see this over here. So we have, you have to put the collars on the top and bottom because there's a giant hole inside of the middle of this thing. And so what we do, these little nylon bushings, go up into the hole to keep, because there's this much play, you know, for the subframe alignment. So this will get the subframe nice and sturdy, put into position. So it won't move around, won't deflect under all that red-blooded American horsepower in the back.
Definitely want to grab some grease to help you push it through the back. What you got to do is basically push it through, and then with the other side, you'll pull it into place. So once you have it jammed in there as much as you can, you grab a flathead screwdriver and a hammer. Yeah, from the other side. Then, once you have it lined up, the channel goes towards the top, and that goes for both sides. You slide it right on in, and again, you may need, it's a snug fit, so you may need to tap it in. Get your bolts here. Should grab the thread. Not quite on that side. So tap it a little bit more. There we go. And once you have the thread started, it's easy from there because it just pulls itself together. And do a little bit at a time on both sides so it's even. And with these bushing inserts, it allows you to retain the factory bushing and all the benefits of that ride quality you get on the highway, but removing the void eliminates deflection. It helps out with wheel hop and getting the power, as Matt said, all that American horsepower to the ground. So the rest of these aluminum inserts, you have two that look almost identical. One of them's thick and one of them's thin. The thicker one goes in the front, the thinner one goes in the back. And they just fit right in the void there. Up here, and you have the dowels here. I believe the thicker one goes up front. Slides right in. The thinner one in the rear. Next up, yes, toe link.
Yep. This is a smart idea wearing gloves today.
It's right here.
Okay, so the toe link we had to set up a 1/4 inch longer than the
factory length, and that's
right.
because we're using the blockout plate instead of the adjustable bolt.
Adjustable camber plate. So this square bolt will go in instead of the traditional wherever that thing went.
I did not line these up though ahead of time. We can do it right here.
Slide this in place when we're at it. It started, so now I can go in.
Zap it.
And then the top one is this little back insert,
which should turn and stop. You're good.
Okay, now we can put our toe arm in. Our square bolts and washers. Bolt goes back. The hole is offset. That goes toward the inside of the car. And these square bushings.
Should be over there.
Yeah. Okay, and then this was. Okay. And we have a new set of hardware for the bolt that goes through the bottom here.
There you go.
There you go.
Like a glove.
You can tighten all this stuff up. That's good. Okay. So we got everything in, right? We got to take that off to put that bracket back on. So this will keep people from yelling at me. And I'll tighten everything under tension. subframe, we're tightening to 129 foot-pounds.
There it is. Okay.
So now you got the sway bar and end links to do, and that's it. So we set up our end links at roughly the same length as the stock ones. And I've learned if you have noise, it's very rarely your end links. It's always something else. I always think it's the end links, but it's never the end links.
We include these brackets, so what it does is it relocates the brake line bracket up. So you can install it up here using the existing 10mm bolt here. We're going to set it on the middle hole to keep things neutral and allow him to move it further forward or back depending on his driving style once he gets out on track with the new setup.
Sway bar's in.